Welcome back to News of My Fiance, raw, live, in person, live raw with myself, DJ Ambush, and Morgan Jones. We are reporting live from Portland, Oregon. You know, that 5-alarm fire from all of the protests. You know, protest, fire.
Collapse.
Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your support. Be a part of the Text Chat fam squad and join the conversation. We are currently up on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Yeah.
Shout out to our studio sponsor. Oh, did I cut you off?
No, I didn't think anything.
Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries, for providing this dope space for us each week. Shout out to our production team, Kyle of Residual Audio, Jess, Ross, and our remote quality controller, Michelle, for making sure that this show happens every Monday. And of course, shout out to y'all for watching, listening, staying engaged with us.
Now, before we get started, fiancés, make sure you subscribe, comment, ring that bell so the algorithm notices us. Become a member over at patreon.com/newsofmyfiance to support our ever-expanding show. We just want to be able to spend time with you while we're paying our bills. So, let's get this quality time popping. What it do?
Let's go!
It's another Monday.
I'm just yelling today.
I see it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
It's what I have. I don't have a lot.
The yelling is what you have?
It's all I have, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have emotions right now. No, that's not true. I can't identify them, so I just yell.
Okay.
Is she happy or sad? We have no idea. She has no idea. Does that help?
It does. It does indeed.
Quite the issue you've got going on over there. I wish I could have thrown you one of my rings.
It's quite all right.
Give you some balancing act. I guess I have some new laundry to do.
We're good.
Are we?
Absolutely. Especially because they can't see it.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, I can't see. I haven't seen a playback yet. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, they can't see it. Cool. So we will talk about a few things today. Later in the show, we're going to talk about the Trump admin. Just doing the looting out loud. Just outsider trading. You've heard of the insider trading. You're like, I hate it when my Congress people do this, and they kind of just keep doing it. And then this bitch brought his friends in, and they're just looting everywhere. They're just taking everything from every place you can take, and also creating situations where they can pretend to lose money so that they can make a whole lot more later.
My God.
We're also going to talk about the I don't know, what do you call it? Pipe dream or
no, the development opportunities and plans for Old Town.
Yes.
Which ties into some of our previous stories about
Jesse Burke.
Them precisely. Wanting clear out the citizens of Old Town.
Gotta make it a 3D printing hub, or what else is the Chinatown good for?
My God.
You know?
Tariffs.
That's what Chinatown's good for?
It's to offset tariffs. We're gonna do we're gonna 3D print sneakers.
This is the production they were bringing back.
Yes. Talking about. But you know about it.
We're also going to talk about, in the marketplace of ideas, just throwing things out there. just seeing what sticks, what catches. Amazon is wondering should delivery drivers maybe be the emergency response people? Should we use Amazon for that?
Yeah, man. Amazon's getting into the emergency response, first responders. Going to be doing some healthcare things.
What's the color of the flag for the first responders on the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, or whatever it's called? Like there's the blue line flag and I think there's red for the firefighters, and then
Don't Tread on Me flag.
What's the one for the EMTs and first? Like,
I can't remember.
Are they looped in? Are they just lumped into the red?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
Anybody know
It's
in the chat?
madness.
I haven't opened the chat yet, so there's
Chat's
that.
chilling right now. We got C's over on Facebook.
C's, do you know the answer to this?
Uncle C's on Facebook. Mhm.
I'm curious, big time curious.
Yeah. So that's that foolishness. That's
Yeah,
what
so
we'll
we'll
get
to
into.
that later in the show.
Yep, in the second half. Oh man. Warming up though.
I'm about to.
What did you want to jump into first? Keep your faith.
I'm gonna tell you this: JD Vance is never gonna be my first pick of anything.
Okay.
Not for anything. Not even for the person to make fun of. He is never top of my list.
He's just like, there's nothing good about this guy. Nothing. The whole peasants thing, you did see that.
I don't think I did.
In the conversation about tariffs in China, he was saying that, we purchase goods manufactured by peasants.
Oh.
I can't remember what the second sentence was, but he threw peasants in there again. And it was just like,
he was like, keep going.
what are we doing? What are we doing? What? Why is it so important? Why is it like in any form of negotiation, conversation, diplomacy, why is it always so important to lead with the insults? And they do it in a way as if like this is their opportunity for some get back because previously we got existing beef. And like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, can I offer something?
Please do.
I think that JD Vance doesn't think peasant is a bad word.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, yeah. Like I don't think he thinks that means bad. I think he probably thinks that peasant is the politically correct way to say a poor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. He probably doesn't think he said it like anything wrong.
Well, he meant to insult. I'll say that much.
You could tell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could see it.
That wasn't me trying to shoot him bail.
No,
you're
speaking to his intellect.
Yeah, I mean, he is also, a humongous classist. Oh, yeah, that too. But
absolutely. That's absolutely.
Real quick, I just shout out to Carmen in the chat for catching my warm it up Chris reference. She said, "Yes, Chris, that's what we're born to do." Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, that wasn't the latest of the JD Vance.
Yeah. So what did JD do this time?
So,
was it his eyelashes? The mascara he's purchased? The eyeliner? Oh, none of these things.
None of these things.
Oh,
he broke apart the college football playoff trophy.
He did what? I'm sorry.
Picking it up and like kind of fumbled it, and it came apart. And this is like this footage of this. This is like live on TV. And I want to be clear. This isn't a gotcha moment. I don't subscribe to that dumb shit. It's just frustrating. It's disappointing. It's like a tidal wave of disappointment after another tidal wave. And one, for those that believe in climate change, it's one natural disaster of disappointment after the next with this administration.
I just pulled up the video so that I can see it.
God.
That's a heck of a trophy.
Yeah.
Number one.
There it is.
Oh!
There it is. Yeah. He's a simpleton.
I mean, if he was funny, he could have hit him with a top off comment or something.
Right.
Like, now he's just holding the top of it. They just said, forget the base. We're going to forget about it. Why is he holding it anyway? Did he play?
I forgot to mention this. In response to the whole peasant thing, China hit him back with, have you said thank you for all the money we've loaned you?
He said that to who?
That's what China said to JD Vance. It was on Twitter or X. One of those.
Damn, that's fantastic.
Have you said thank you? Have you said thank you yet?
Michelle in the chat, hey boo, said, that's just a totally normal way for salt of the earth Appalachians to talk, obviously. You don't know because you're an elite. Which is true. You know, we're just...
Okay.
Correct.
Makes sense. Shout out to DJ Double E. What up, bro? Makes sense.
Yeah. It's working now.
That was just like, okay, all right, over my head there.
Okay, should I just take this moment to get the baddies things off of my chest? I feel like...
I was going to say, maybe we go El Salvador and then close that first hour out with the bad. Because the baddies thing, I think that might run a while.
It actually might.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not even that I'm that eager to do it. It's just like... Okay.
Yeah.
So corruption. I don't. Where do we start, friends? I don't even like. I really don't know where to start. They're going to number one. Let me make
so
sure
so for anyone that may have missed any of this, I wanted to miss it, but people miss things. Life be life, and people do stuff in their own personal lives and everything. They don't catch everything. So in the process of all these ridiculous deportations where they're just ruining people's lives and shipping them all over the place, some places internationally, some places domestically, they shipped someone, they deported someone, they kidnapped someone and sent them to El Salvador. And it's to this, it's been described as a draconian Guantanamo Bay-ish like prison situation.
Talk. Boom.
Terrible.
Love it.
This person, though, the administration has admitted, this was a mistake.
Didn't mean to.
We didn't mean to send this guy.
It's a whoopsie doodles.
So the courts are like, okay, then you have to bring him back.
And when we say the courts, we mean the Supreme Court, also known as the Extreme Court.
Yes.
Was like, too extreme.
Too extreme, guys. You guys extremed it too much.
Yeah.
And Trump's administration was like, we kind of can't. He's in another country. He's not with us anymore. He's in a different country. We kind of can't do it. We can't really make it happen.
Bill of a pickle.
Yeah.
Well, Bukele, the president of El Salvador, is here now, and he's like, can't do it.
He literally...
That guy's a terrorist, and what am I supposed to do?
Sitting across from Trump in the White House says, I mean, how am I going to bring him back? I'm going to smuggle him into the U.S.? Why would I bring a terrorist back? It's so ridiculous.
This is a person. I want to be real clear. This is a whole living, breathing human being that has been kidnapped. Wrongly. This isn't a deportation situation. I know. I feel like I'm repeating what you just said, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that.
No.
I just
frame it. This
is not legal deportation. This is not an illegal immigrant. This was their bad, is what it was. Right? They fucked up bad. Now, they didn't real mess up for themselves. They don't feel that way.
No, not at all.
And creating this kind of precedence is actually helping them out a bit. What has to happen is we cannot just be okay with this person being stolen, right? Because in that same interaction or moment with Bukele, afterwards Trump is caught on a hot mic saying the homegrowns are next. The homegrowns are next.
What does that even mean, bro?
That means they are going to try and use El Salvadorian prisons as prisons for American citizens.
Homegrown domestic terrorists?
Yes.
Okay.
Which, let me tell you who those people are going to be. You know what the biggest domestic threat in America is? I guarantee you everybody outside of America knows it. On the inside of America, a lot of people be like, I don't even know what domestic terrorism could mean.
Right.
What is that? What? They steal your parking spot?
Right.
white supremacy is the biggest, and white supremacists are the biggest domestic terror threats in this country. You think those people are getting sent to El Salvador?
No, ain't happening.
Were they getting sent to Guantanamo Bay? They're not even getting sent to the supermax they're supposed to go to when y'all,
Right.
if that's the system you believe in.
Right. Send them to the raft. B. Get them out of here.
Like it's unreal how ridiculously loud all of it is. You're just stealing people, sending them to other countries. What in the fuck are you doing talking to El Salvador about sending anybody there? In what world is any Donald Trump does not give one fuck about any single this country, number one, but certainly not brown, certainly not black, certainly not outside of wealth.
Definitely not.
So the idea that we're going to like back his play, someone is going to back his play that only harms non-white people in a country filled with non-white people is wild to me.
Yeah.
Yes, I know there are white El Salvadorians. We don't need to do that part, do we? And how he got to come into the White House and just be like, "What you want me to do? Put him in a slice of bread? Like, how am I supposed to?"
So crazy. So crazy.
It is amazing how the people in power flex their power as much as possible until the moment that they need to use that power to make the wrong thing right. And they're like, what do you want from me? What am I supposed to do? I followed the letter of the law and I did the thing. And
Right.
Like, be for real. Trump is literally saying, I don't care about what the Supreme Court just said, even though he implanted so many of those people. And so many of them are on board with his agenda. Doesn't matter how big or small a mistake is. He says, I'm not going to say I did the mistake. Well, that thing didn't happen.
Well, he's admitting to this being a mistake. He just doesn't care. They literally said this is
his administration said it was a mistake.
And he didn't dial it back or anything. He literally followed up with, "Oh, in another country now. Oopsies. I've spilled the milk. We cannot mop it up. Look at the milk. It's there, spilled. Let's talk about groceries." Like he
don't want to talk about that.
Which to me is even more bold.
Them groceries still high, bro.
it's what up, C's? Yeah. Bought and paid for before they had the news conference. Hey, fam. As you were talking, I was just zoning, listening to you, and just thinking about this. Like, we are in a place right now that so many people never could imagine. And part of that is because of, the allegiance to decorum and the rules and all of that, right? They couldn't imagine that a sitting president would defy the Supreme Court, shrug it off. If there's anything that Trump is illustrating right now, is that there is zero accountability. And there will be no consequences. None. Like none. What do you mean the Supreme Court said you need to try to bring that person back? And you're like, yeah.
Well, I called him and he was like, no.
They said, don't deport these people. And they're like, oh, the planes are in that.
But fam said, what?
They just left the airport.
Oh, no.
We just missed them. What? There's no cause to impeach him.
None.
Zero.
Well, what would we do that for? He's making America great again.
I mean, yes, thank you, Jess.
Cheers to it.
The party of law and order. Correct. Correct. It's there is a part of me that is just in awe. Like, holy shit.
How can it still be this?
Like,
how can this be happening? And well, we already protested, so what are you gonna do?
They're not even like, and this isn't
I showed up on that day, right?
Right.
Is there anything else to pay attention to?
This isn't even like me in bewilderment because this is such a super villain plot. It was like, oh, they united us. No, it's just like, this is very basic bullshit that they're doing. They laid the entire plan out and was like, watch us work. And then he hasn't put the pen down yet. He is still 100% executive ordering whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a takeout menu. I'll take an order of this and an order of that. Whole time, people are like, well, that could never happen.
Not only could it never happen, it certainly wasn't going to happen to me. I had no idea the tariffs thing would mean anything to my small business. I definitely didn't want to lose my home, but I did want him to be the president.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of tweets and posts pretty much saying the same thing. Like, you were totally fine. You were totally fine voting for this person, feeling that you would be in the protected class.
Yeah.
Totally fine. As long as you weren't going to be personally affected, you didn't care about everyone else saying this is how his presidency is going to affect me. And now that this shit is biting you in the ass, it's like, man. And it's amazing, too, because so many of them are still saying, but I wouldn't change my vote.
Yo!
The cognitive dissonance around that shit. So you have an opportunity here to, I don't know, hypothetically go back in time and reverse the anguish that you're experiencing.
Wouldn't be able to do that. The racism is like, ooh, the misogyny.
I know I'm taking a loss, but
I want the government to give me a bitch.
I feel like he's my type of racist, though. So, all right, I'll suck it up.
Do you think that he is people's kinds? Like, he's a good, or they just like to see? Because I don't think he's their favorite kind of racist. But I actually don't know, now that I'm asking this question. I'm not sure what I'm asking.
C said,
I'll take it back for now.
And Congress is happy with the executive orders because there's no accountability on their part.
Yeah, what they got, they don't have to. They don't have to go against the grain.
They're like, this guy's getting the job done.
Those four Democrats that voted for the SAVE Act, though, I ain't seen nothing but primary them over and over and over.
Get them out of here.
Obviously, primary them.
Get them out of here.
I am a big fan of primary the people that are being a problem. Somehow Nancy Pelosi has still got a job.
Because she knows where the bodies are buried.
It's more than that. She got hella bread.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Nancy.
They show up for Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy knows some
APAC
shit.
dollars be like, oh, we can't have anybody else. Not from San Francisco. Definitely need you.
It's man. No, it's mind-blowing.
Carmen in the chat said, it's concerning he makes most of these wild decisions on the late night and on the weekends. Fam.
Sundown town.
The Adderall cocaine mixture that he got going on to keep him just alive right now is wild on its own. But man's really be tweeting on the toilet or truthing on the toilet at 4 a.m. doing policy.
Not
like,
truthing.
I think that's what that's called. If you're on Truth Social, like
you're
truthing?
You're a truth. Okay. All right.
You're a truther?
So, all right. Sending the truths out. All right.
Yep. Got to get the truth out to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Watch me work.
Mm-hmm.
He really be in the middle of the night. It really is. But I also think that it's like he just remembered that he was, there was a meeting about that thing earlier.
That thing earlier. Yeah. Let me talk about that.
And it's like, oh, tomorrow will be a great day. They literally did outsider trading. Can you imagine? All the insider trading that happens, all of the BS, and we're like, look at the corruption. Stop it. Stop it. He's like, well, what if we just did it out loud? Because if you do it out loud, maybe they won't even notice.
Mans was standing in the Oval Office and said, he made a lot of money today.
I'm only going to do this because I know the exact quote. You made $2.5 billion today. You made $900 million today. Not bad, huh? Not bad. After a legitimate pump and dump scheme. Like we're just going to manipulate the markets. That's what we're here to do. We're just going to manipulate it, make all the money, and move on. What?
This can't be what y'all voted for.
You made $2.5 billion in a day. Not bad.
Tariq Nasheed, this can't be what you voted for. It can't be. Lord Jamar, this can't be what you voted for. Unless it is.
It is what they voted for. And the reason I know that is those particular men are waiting their turn to be this kind of power-wielding white man. They can't wait. And what makes them the most mad is that they don't get to just do that now. It's like, yeah, racism exists because I don't get to be a powerful white man.
Right. Shout out to my homie Britt, Chef Britt. He said powdering his face with crushed flaming hot Cheetos.
Fam! The darkest dusting.
Oh my God. C said they've all read his Art of the Deal. Page 1 says never admit when you're wrong. I mean.
And he don't.
He don't.
He didn't write that book, but he don't admit when he's wrong.
Man.
So, okay. That round is won.
Bruh.
I struggle to believe that all of this is real. I know it is. It's worse than I actually know.
Oh,
I know that
super
too.
Worse. Super worse.
But it seems like I know that the chaos is the point too. So let me be clear. I'm not just stymied. All of this is on purpose to make you not know where to look, to make us have, oh shoot, how do we keep track of any of this? Go ahead.
No, I'm saying you're right. I remember Bandon saying that, like even the first administration. And I don't know, maybe it's because of the bubble that we're in. This to me doesn't even feel like I know it is chaos. I want to be clear. It is chaos. It's negatively affecting people physically, mentally, all of that. But for me, it's like this seems like a lot of order, actually. This seems very easy to follow, and maybe I'm grouping too many things together. Hell on earth. It's like going on tour, doing the tour of the house in hell. Over here is the kitchen, and we've extended the basement a little bit. You know, so it's like, of course, we have a McMahon running the Department of Education, sure. And over here, we got, RFK. He's handling health. If you know them, okay, cool. And the next person in line, if Trump has a heart attack, is J.D. Vance. Did I tell you what Marco Rubio's doing? It's just really, I'm already in crazy town. It's just like
definitely that. Yes, that. But this is planned chaos, and it is to make us not have any idea where to keep your eye on.
Right.
We're in a bad way. We're in a really bad way when there is not enough, not just government resistance, but like people in power. There's not enough rich people, I guess. And by that, I mean really wealthy. I feel like I'm going to have to say this every time. I saw like a thread or something that was like, talking to my coworker, and they think because they make, $200,000 a year that they're the rich that people want to eat. I really want to be clear. If you are a coworker, you are not the rich anyone is talking about.
Right.
If you have a job, if you have to work to continue to upkeep the lifestyle that you have, you are working class. Period, point blank. It doesn't actually matter how much money you make at that point. If you have to continue to work, baby, no one's coming for you. There's no guillotine with your name on it.
Right.
You don't have enough power.
Yeah.
You don't have enough money to have the power. But the people with power, there are people that with this much money and that much power that do not agree with what's happening, and everyone's sitting on their fucking hands. The small amount of resistance that is happening within our own government, within the Democratic Party, not enough.
No.
It's not enough. Like you didn't do enough ever in the first place, and you're certainly not doing enough now.
No. You're failing the fuck out of everybody. To your point earlier, C said what they're doing behind the scenes is orchestrated. What he's doing is just chaos. Like you're saying, it's that curtain of chaos in the front, while the plan.
I mean, a bunch of the things that they could do that they have been doing, if they went through the process that they're supposed to, they would likely still get it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's stacked that way. It's so well stacked.
Yeah. Like they have control. So it's wild that they're like, I don't care that we have the numbers. We're just going to do this shit. We're just going to do it.
Yeah.
That's a person playing by different rules. The resistance cannot play by the rules of decorum and being cute and demure. You can't be demure when you're fighting someone who will literally in a signal chat be like, we bombed people today.
Don't worry.
High five me.
Don't worry. The chat is secure.
It's not.
It's operation secure.
The chat is not secure.
Yeah.
Like, glasses off.
Yeah, no, it's nasty work. It's nasty work. It's going to continue. It's so early. This is the other part I got to keep reminding myself and other people. We're in the second quarter. Like, it's still early in this guy's administration. Where are we going to be at the end of the year?
Quarter of the year? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the chat, I don't know, NVM, love you both, and then says they could do this through the normal legislative.
Yeah. It's still stacked. I thought you saw that as you were saying it.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah. Britt said this country's not going to get right until a woman's in office. It's never going to get right. Chef Britt, I'm sorry. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. No.
It's gonna. Jess said, you mean to tell me a 25-hour speech is an effective resistance? Yeah, Jess, I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that Cory Booker. Wait, is that who was up there?
Oh, yes, yeah, it was up
Cory
there.
Booker. Cory Booker did a PR, is what he did.
Yeah.
And it was great for him. And it did nothing for us. It wasn't even an actual legislative filibuster. You weren't trying to fight for anything. You was just like, you know what I want? A record.
Yeah.
I want my LinkedIn to look a little different than someone else's.
Want to be able to update it. Get some more cool stuff on there.
And we absolutely have to stop giving people pats on the back for doing a PR for themselves. He did nothing for us. That meant nothing for us. And maybe I'm just in too bad of a mood today, but I really fucking mean it right now when I say that did nothing for us. He gets literally not one thing out of me. I have nothing for Cory Booker except for a please leave.
Yeah.
But I don't want anybody to be swayed by that. I don't want anyone to be like, we did it finally. Look, resistance. No, Mans took a couple extra Addies and went to work.
I mean, here's the thing. If you are swayed, and that did feel like resistance, and that was excellent, and you got what was the what did we net? What did we get out of that? If you can tell me how that positively affected our situation, or even your situation personally, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. Honestly, I think that's. I mean, he can sell a book now. Another one.
He was selling. He could sell. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
He could sell a book already.
Yeah.
He was already fine.
But
He
I'm
was
saying
already
a book specifically about this. It's just it's
I mean,
it's more fodder for the publishers. Yeah. Like
I don't want to read that book, but I guess maybe someone would want to read the book about the day I went to work and did it for a long time. I don't want to hear that from Cory Booker. I don't care.
You don't want to hear anything from Cory Booker.
I don't want to hear anything from him. I want to hear that he stops taking money from APAC.
Good luck with that, because you won't hear
Ain't gonna
that.
happen.
Ain't happening at all. Ain't happening at all. Nah. C said we're in the second quarter, but we're down 300-0.
Dead ass.
What's the over and under on us getting out of this unscathed?
Michelle said, all the damn Dems in my inbox, like, we must do something to stop autocracy. Please give $5, including Bernie. At least the Maryland senator is ready to go to El Salvador himself. True. Is Bernie and AOC running? What's happening?
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Yeah, just to throw that out there.
Because I got a text earlier today. Oh, who is this from? Maine Governor Janet Mills.
Okay, Janet.
I wanted you to be the first to know.
I love these messages.
Janet.
Who wrote it?
Janet.
ChatGPT wrote it.
I'm officially suing Donald Trump. When I recently visited the White House, President Trump chose to single me out in a room full of governors from both parties and threatened to unilaterally withhold federal funding for Maine unless we fall in line with his personal demands. When I stood my ground, he claimed he was the law. Never mind Congress or the states.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I told him I'd see him in court. I'm not reading the rest of it. There's like 4 more paragraphs in this shit. Which court? Which court are you going to see him in that he doesn't own?
The extreme court. Oh, you said that. I answered the question before.
Yeah.
Before I was
like, well, what do we? I'm supposed to be excited about this? I mean, I understand.
Well, there's supposed to be a court that will.
I mean,
be partial.
I was the first one that she notified. So I do, Janet, I do thank you for prioritizing me in that way.
Especially because you live there.
Yes. This is very important to me as a resident of a state on the opposite side of the country.
Yeah.
However, maybe I should go check out the call to action. Is it asking for money at the end here?
I really thought that was obvious. Is that not very obvious? Would you join the fight today?
We're doing everything we can to fight for democracy and push back against attacks on our freedom. But we can't do it without your support. So I'm asking supporters like you for the 4th time, can you add your name to stand with me and other Democratic governors as we work to push back against Trump and his Republican trifecta? I'm going to hone in on this right here.
Okay, add my name?
Can you add your name to stand with me and other Democratic governors?
Am I signing a petition?
I wouldn't stand with other Democratic governors if we were in line at Universal Studios.
Okay.
To see the Indiana Jones ride. No. Oh. You guys are... I'll go another ride.
Oh, wait.
I'll go to the Back to the Future. I'll go to the Back to the Future ride. I'm not... Is this where all the Democratic governors are? I'm cool. No.
Actually going to pass on
I feel like you guys are going to do that Kente Cloth Neal thing or something equally embarrassing.
Well, yeah, no, they're just
I'm
next
gonna
to
chill.
you, so they don't need cloth. You'd be like, look, a black.
Please, no one try to take photos with me. Right, look, a black. Nah, I'm good. See, he said the same court Cory Booker appealed to.
Yo!
Right. Like, get the fuck out of here. Please.
I'm having a real hard time. Who are we supposed to be looking for or looking to? You know?
Britt said, how do you feel about him visiting Chester? Cory Booker came to Chester or did Dame Dash? I know Dame Dash came to Chester. And
Where did Dame Dash come from? Not the Chatty Patty.
He got invited by the mayor of Chester.
Okay,
they gave him the key to the city.
I'm pretty sure that screams corruption, does it not?
They gave Dame
Why
Dash
would they
the
give
key to-
Dame Dash
Why would
anything?
you give Dame Dash the key to the city?
Why in Chester? Is he from there?
Absolutely not. That was probably his first time down there.
He's from Harlem.
You know what? With the time they spent in Philly, he's probably been to Chester before.
He's probably been to
However,
Chester, but
yeah.
what do you mean?
Bruh. But yeah, Cory Booker coming to Chester. I don't,
Oh, that's wild.
I don't need any of that. What's happening?
Is he going to do anything about the environmental racism there?
Probably
Or is he
not.
just going to pretend like that's not happening?
Yeah, probably not. I can't see that happening. Yeah.
Who wants the key to the city of Chester? No shade, for real. Like, man, who wants that? They turned it into a cesspool. Like the idea that people are not what? I'm sorry. Bring it back. Breathe. Hold on.
This is
You mean to tell me that they are just bringing people in to be like, hey, here's the key to Chester, or having Cory Booker come and do a TED Talk, but no one is going to be like, hey, I wonder why there's a trash burning facility. What's happening with the water over here? Is that also is that a paper making plant?
Right.
Oh, is that a prison next to your casino?
Jesus. Because that's a real thing, Jess.
Isn't there some zoning that should
Like,
be like against that?
to be
anyway,
clear,
or no?
To be clear, you can stand in the parking lot of the casino and throw a rock and hit the prison. And you don't have to have like an MLB arm to do it. Like, you could probably underhand that shit. Like,
right there.
Shit's crazy. Okay.
So bring up the acceptance speech for Dame Dash receiving the key to the city of Chester.
That was so embarrassing for me to see that flyer. I'm still thoroughly embarrassed. But
the weekend.
As we're talking about treachery, embarrassment,
Natalie Nunn.
there it is.
Okay. I don't even really know how to start this. I'm embarrassed that I watch Baddies. And should I be embarrassed? Probably not. But also probably. But I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in. And every single episode that I watch, I'm like, why can't I be here? Oh, I can't. What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, these are some rough stuff, man. Some rough stuff.
I even got to the point where I was like, this is WWE and I need to treat it as such. Right? Like, this is obviously all manufactured. Just treat it as such. But Natalie refuses to treat it as such. And so I'm having a problem. Now I heavily cannot stand. She is the worst kind of woman. And I mean that so sincerely.
Nah, real talk.
The worst. The woman who is waiting, who is so filled with misogyny and like patriarchy that she's just like, I can't wait.
It's boiling over.
I can't wait to be the bitch that puts a foot on a neck. Watch me work. And everybody is going to want to be me. She also very much, like Donald Trump, just does not admit things at all. Like, she also read that book. And deny till you die. And there's something that is respectable about that, except for the fact that we're watching it on a show that you executive produce, and that is actually...
Did you air quote it?
Executive produce.
All right. Yeah.
There's editing. There's all sorts of things happening. But it's on vidya.
So
it's on video of you doing whatever the thing is that you were doing, or the setup that you did, or the shit talking, or the sloppy, messy chaos that you create. And then she'll literally be like, I don't even do the internet. Bitch, in what world?
Okay, so
now it's gonna be a lot of
to add some context to what you're talking about here.
Please do.
Especially when it involves her disassociation from reality. So it's like, we're like, she's like Trump. No. This is like expert level 36 chambers Shaolin monk level of
no Shang-Chi.
Just complete disregard for reality. Natalie, gaslighting isn't even a proper term.
No.
Natalie will say, while the thing is happening, it's not happening.
Yes.
You're watching it.
You're watching
it like play out right around her. And she's like, I don't know what we're doing, how we got here.
That didn't even happen.
Didn't even happen. I don't know why everyone's blaming me because it didn't even happen. Nat, if it didn't even happen, what are they blaming you for? It's like, you have to, you honestly, and it's the way that we've been able to watch it. This is wrestling. This is WWE. 100%.
Well, they ain't got shit on Glow.
No.
They are not being the glamorous ladies of wrestling.
I thought it was gorgeous. Was it glamorous?
Whatever. They're not being it.
No. Nah.
And I really need to see, like, what I really want to see is that woman not be on screen anymore. Because she has really played in the face of every single person saying she's the executive producer. And then we just keep saying, the baby, you ain't got no power. So on the show that you're like, this is my show, and without me, nothing happens, and all the things. And then you just continuously get embarrassed. And then you act like it didn't happen.
Quick cliff notes. Baddies. They're in season, I don't even know what season they're in.
Season who cares?
8. What this is basically, Natalie Nunn, formerly of the Bad Girls Club.
Indeed.
She is the executive producer on a new show on the Zeus Network, in which she takes a bunch of women from different cities. They do these auditions, and then they go on a tour. And these tours usually consist of a bunch of club appearances.
Yes, that is what the tour is.
Yes.
They just go to the club, and they be bad girls in the club.
And these are all strangers for the most part until they start, coming back season after season. They have relationships, and they know each other, and they get to know each other. Throughout the season, and also in between the different seasons, there's always something playing out online. There's always...
Oh, yeah, they hate each other.
Internet shit. It's going wild. And some of that stuff plays out in the show. Then you have the reunion. It is a well-oiled machine in the way that they have their audience locked in. Yeah. Very, very well. They've turned the auditions to get into the show into its own series. It's like 3 episodes worth of auditions.
It's completely its own subculture.
Right. And then you have
the show.
Season, and then you have the reunion. And it's all spaced out where it's just like, it's little drops. They're dripping into you. Never ends.
They have really been able to master using the internet chaos.
Yeah.
To keep people interested throughout the week.
Yeah.
Which is really smart. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
it's
definitely.
Just how much of that chaos can you do? Like, I just continuously find myself being like, I am in fact too old to watch this. I am in fact not in the age bracket of the people that are supposed to be listening to the recap. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to know what's happening with them online. I don't follow any of them.
Right.
I shouldn't know. It's awful. But we watched the reunion, the part 1 of the reunion for Baddies Midwest today. Mm-hmm. And the entire time, I'm like, nah, Natalie is a big problem. Now, I thank you, Ambush, for giving the entire, giving the cliff notes of what the show is. It is also what I believe to be a front for sex trafficking.
So there is that.
I think this is. I think they're just sex trafficking.
There is that.
And then they were like, you know what we should do? A show.
I'm sorry, Jess. Yeah.
Because I think Zeus is just laundering the sex trafficking money through a network, and I do them things is big.
Big air quotes.
These air quotes are huge because network isn't really fair. But I guess it's fair. I don't know.
John said, well, Baddies wasn't written for 64-year-olds.
God damn. Okay. But
yeah, nice.
You're right. It's not. It is. I mean, the evidence points to the fact that there may be nefarious ways that we are funding this network.
There have been many conversations online throughout the different baddie tea channels and the blogs, alluding,
which aren't actual blogs.
No, they call them blogs, and it's just Instagram pages.
Yeah.
Alluding to all manners of illegal activity, especially when it comes to sex trafficking.
So there's I didn't need any of that for me to think this, and let me tell you why. I know a bad madam in the works, you know? Not only does Natalie really badly want to be somebody's bottom bitch, but so does Jocelyn Hernandez from Jocelyn's Cabaret, also a Zoot show.
Yeah.
You may know her from Love and Hip Hop if you are a 64-year-old like me. They both very badly want to be the head bitch in charge, right? And it's me. I'm the one. I'm the woman who everyone has to come to ask or get or whatever. I'm the one who gives permission. I know what y'all doing.
Right. I can see it.
I can see it because you are waiting. The proximity to power is killing you. You will not allow yourself to be seen as a victim of anything because you're a boss bitch.
Right.
You are a victim of the sex trafficking that's happening when no matter whose idea it was, babe. Does the money get handed over to somebody else?
Right. Are they paying for your services? Cool.
Because, I mean, seriously, that's the issue. And they so badly want to be and project this, like, power that is just harmful. It's not even like, and then they give you that talk of like, I'm here to empower women and I want women to be confident and I want women to be able to do X, Y, and Z and get the bag and da-da-da-da-da. Y'all don't mean that.
No, not even close.
They are exploiters and they can't wait to do it on a different scale, larger scale. Can't wait. These are not friendships. This is not sisterhood. This is not none of the shit that they're saying.
Not even close.
All of the actions are showing.
It's abuse. It's
full blown
levels of abuse.
Yes, multiple levels of abuse, and you're like lapping it up. Now, I understand that I have started all of this by saying I watch this show. I want to be very clear.
It's what
I understand. I'm on my own bullshit.
It's what they call a guilty pleasure.
It's balance.
It's a problematic fave show of ours.
In all honesty, I started watching it thinking it would be the thing that allows me not to think about the state of the world. And it has gotten so bad that all I can think is like, yuck, it's everywhere. Right. The capitalism is everywhere. The disgusting parts of all of it is everywhere. And this is a cast that is mostly Black people.
Yeah.
And it fucking sucks to see them be not just treated this way, to aspire to be this level of gross, to want so badly for a plastic chain or whatever it is that she be giving out. Like, we are changing what it means to be successful. We're changing what it means. And I wholeheartedly, what?
No, I was gonna say, the model that she's working with is so similar to a Puff, so similar to a Barry Gordy, so similar to a Harvey Weinstein.
1000%. She is Ghislaine.
Yeah.
Or aspiring.
Yeah, definitely.
Very badly wants to be Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah. But I understand what you're saying as far as redefining success to her audience.
Yes.
Yes. To the women she says she represents and that she's creating a platform for.
And that this is now an aspirational place for you to go. Because within this reality, network or whatever world, and especially for Black people, and especially this kind of show where there's always going to be tension, like the point is for fighting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there aren't a lot of places for folks to go to do this and get that coin. So Zeus as a network is already being sort of touted as one that pays the most, and the other places aren't off their feet in the same way. And so if you really are like this, when you were talking about the auditions, you see people really fully
mayhem.
believe that this is my moment. On the last auditions for Baddies Africa, which is about to start,
which I am very upset about. I'm gonna watch it, but I am preparing myself to be insulted.
There were two women in their 60s there, and I don't mean my 64. I mean an actual 64 who were like, I'm just trying to get my brand off the ground.
Nana, no.
In what regard?
Nana, no.
You're trying to make a name for yourself? Here? Now?
Not, yeah.
You got a 60-something-year-old woman getting jumped by, 20-year-olds? Like, it's insanity.
It's not cool.
It's insanity. And if I felt that so many of it, that most of the cast understood the assignment, maybe I wouldn't feel like this is actually ruining culture a bit.
Right.
And I think that some do. I think that there are definitely cast members on that show that are just like,
oh yeah,
I'm just here to work. Because
you see some of them starting to mimic Natalie's behavior. So one of the other things I forgot to mention, which makes this extremely irritating to watch, but you can't turn away from it, is, like Morgan said, Natalie Nunn is the executive producer. However, she's also a cast member. So,
because she is a narcissist. Sorry.
Right. So you think executive producer, behind the scenes, making things happen, right? But she's in front of the camera constantly. She is part of the plots, while at the same time saying, I'm the executive producer. I'm the boss. This is my show. Directly after that, I promise you, without fail, Natalie will say, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how that happened.
Never heard of it.
And there's so many times that you've had cast members either go online, or even on the show, say it. Natalie set this up. This conflict, this friction, this particular thing, Natalie set this up. Natalie put this in play. Natalie invited this person onto the show that we all have issues with. And then says, well, I didn't know. It's wild. So this isn't like your typical executive producer in any shape, form, or fashion. Nothing of the sort.
No, and honestly, she does not need to be there.
No, she doesn't.
I understand that she wants to continue to be famous, and I know that she wants to continue to be in front of the camera.
Right.
They have to rework this format in some way, shape, form, or fashion if she is going to continue to be there. I know that this is probably not exciting conversation for everybody that normally watches the show, and I'm sorry. I just had to say a couple of these things tonight.
You had to get ahead of it.
Because honestly, we are going to get some sort of surviving Zeus or surviving Natalie, like surviving Lemmy. So we're definitely going to get that.
Feds are watching.
The feds are watching.
Right
they
now.
Have to be.
Early. We're early in reporting this. Feds are watching. This is going to be a thing. I'm telling you right now. The sex trafficking, the abuse, it's going to be a thing.
When you have people that their only aspiration is to get to the bag, and I do mean that. Like, that's it. By any means necessary.
Yeah.
There is no morality, just no nothing. It's not even like I have a passion, I'm going to start a business. It's how do we get this bread? If that's your only factor,
right,
that drives you,
all things in pursuit of,
everything's a go. Everything's a go. And there's just not that many trips to Dubai you can take if you ain't hoeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just not that many. There's not that many girls trips. There's not that many couples trips. There's not that many. Like, you go to Dubai all the time. You hoeing. Yeah. And that's fine. If sex work is work, I'm here for it. But, be it. Or, let's not pretend we're not. You're funding the network with that. Anyways, break time.
I was gonna say,
wonderful moment to take a sec to like and subscribe.
Really
nailing it tonight.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. Money can be funny sometimes. There can be some stability in executive producing. So
Pimping and hoeing is the best thing going. That's it. I mean,
All right, we're on the same
this is
page.
no judgment.
Okay, no. All right.
Sex trafficking, not the same.
No. Jesus.
Signing people
Jesus,
up to be
no.
on a television show, getting them into international situations, and then being like, "And you about to vote." That's not the same.
And be like, make sure you get half the money up front.
Oof.
So
Natalie!
yes, it is time for break. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell your friends, hit the comments, get active in the chat.
Yeah, tell us stuff.
Yeah. We are gonna take our 10-minute break and be back with some more news.
Yeah. Bye. Ish.
Welcome back, and thanks for sticking around through the break. For anybody just joining us, it's been a lively first half. It definitely has. You know, conversations around people dropping trophies, sex trafficking. You know,
Natalie Nunn's chin.
yeah, it was a lot.
We didn't say anything about her chin.
Didn't spend as much time on the chin as I would like to. But hey,
As you
that's what the playback's for. You know? Hey, Joy. You ain't late.
Hey,
you
Joy.
Here. Yo, Lakeitha was wilding.
Lakeitha.
Lakeitha was wilding. No auditions for you, Lakeitha.
I was going to say no auditions for you, but let's just go together. You know? I think we'll make it. We won't. They won't. They won't let us.
They're going to make y'all fight each other.
I would never.
Y'all came
I
together?
already assaulted Lakeitha on accident with the earring. So no. Are you kidding?
It's true.
I love her. I want no harm to come to her ever at any point. Baddies really is wild. So, like, during the break, John was like, I'm 52 and I have no idea what Baddies is. And I was like, yeah, and you're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to, John. You're not supposed to. It's great.
You're definitely not supposed to.
Yeah. We prefer that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't spend any more time on Baddies.
Also, as I was pulling together the music for the break, I went to Kate Amine, that album, and just did a shuffle. Did you know Amine's new album dropped?
It didn't.
It didn't?
It did not. It's a false flag. If anybody is looking,
it.
go to it and then look at the track listing.
It's got just track numbers.
Until what? Until what?
The record label does not permit streaming of this. Oh, wow. So, yeah, okay. So, number 8 and number 15, the two singles I saw.
Correct.
This is interesting.
I've never seen this before. This happened to me on
May 16th.
On Friday. He dropped a single Friday. I was so pumped. I was listening. I run the title, go to play it, and I'm like, the whole thing dropped. I see the track list. It's like track 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, he's never done that before. Okay. Went to play it.
Rap Scout.
So it's like a placeholder.
Right.
And boy, did it get me.
That's
it got me good.
No, that's good.
I definitely thought the whole album dropped. I was like, oh,
I was really excited just now.
Yeah, it didn't.
Aaron said, can't trust Benson albums.
Oh, yikes.
Damn, son.
The hometown hate.
Damn.
Yeah, no new album yet. May 16th, though. That new Amine.
Yeah.
I'll be listening immediately.
So
immediately. The midnight.
I cannot
version.
wait for that.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. That first video is great.
Yeah.
First song is great.
Yeah. It feels like
love the embracing
super
of
ethnic.
Yeah, of all of the ethnicity.
Yeah.
It's funny too because I just like that video dropped. And then my YouTube algorithm is just...
Was it a real video or was it just a visualizer with him on the balcony? Or is it a real video?
No, there's a video.
Okay, for the second single.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With what I'm assuming are his uncles, maybe, or something, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
maybe his dad is
just fire.
One of the uncles, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, you made me forget why.
Sorry.
Why do we do this?
Yes, Ash.
Why do we interrupt Morgan?
Summer. It is.
Yeah, that too.
You were talking about...
I'm still just trying to remember.
You were talking about the album and you were explaining the whole, how you got tripped up before with the fake release. Well, not the fake release, but the way it appears in the app, looking like it's released and it's not coming out yet, but the singles were activated.
No,
You moved past that.
I was past that.
All right.
Just get you a partner that listens to you, and then doesn't interrupt you, or at least remembers where they interrupted you at.
It makes for good TV. Catch us on the Zeus Network. Okay, so in a previous show, I said, is it Sam Hill or Sam Hell?
Which was a thing to say.
Right.
This was on the radio.
I think it might have been Thursday.
It was on Thursday.
And Rudo responded. Did you see this in our DMs?
No.
This is, you went to Google's and got the definition. Sam Hill is an American English slang phrase, a euphemism or minced oath for the devil or hell personified. As in, what in the Sam Hill is that? So it's both. It's Sam Hill.
It's not Sam Hill. No one says Sam Hell, though. No.
No one but me.
No,
and truthers. The people who really know what's going on in Sam Hill. We say Sam Hell.
Okay. Well, even in this that you're showing me, it is not at all. It is what in the Sam Hill is that?
You got the wrong glasses on. Give me this. I got the brightness was too low. So
every single person who is here in the chat, tell me if you've ever said Sam Hill, what in the Sam Hill, or what in the Sam Hell?
Everyone says what in the Sam Hell.
No, they don't.
You'll see it in the chat. Don't worry about it. They'll confirm. Aaron, confirm. Confirm for me.
Aaron gonna make it. Aaron,
get James.
Aaron gonna make you feel small.
Get James to also confirm.
Aaron gonna give you the. Ain't nobody ever heard of that. Okay. Aaron goes hard. Oh wait, is it different Aaron? Am I talking about? I'm
503 Aaron.
My bad. I was talking about a different Aaron. Hi, 503 Aaron. Yes. Whoops.
Ashley said I was today's years old when I heard this. Never said either in my life.
Oh dang, not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I mean,
Carmen, it's not true. She says no one says either of those. It's tarnation. Carmen, never.
I don't know how you do it, Carmen.
No one is saying tarnation. No one's saying that. No.
Because here's the thing, Carmen. If you do, and I kind of feel like you might say what in the tarnation, I think you know that you're the only one who says that.
Yeah, which is why you want to say it.
Within your friend group and within the region. Like they're within your age bracket, within your mom's group. Nobody says what in the tarnation. No.
Unless you are a loyal fan of the Tar Heels and y'all are like Tar Nation, maybe. But not this.
Michelle is trying to shoot you some bail. Said, I've only ever heard Sam Hill, but it feels like an easy thing to hear say since it's a euphemism for hell.
This
anyway.
is all I'm saying. Shelly, shut up. This is all
But
I'm
that's
saying.
not all you're saying. What you're saying is that, in fact, it is not Sam Hill. It is, in fact, Sam Hill, and everybody knows that and says it. And they don't. Don't be a Donald. Don't be a Natalie.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it cuts different, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
Michelle said, and if you Google Sam Hell, there are books and performers who reference it, so it's not just you. Sounds like you need to write into the linguist weirdos.
I will do just that. You know, I'm a learned man. I know what I know. Okay.
I think you just said two different things.
I didn't say I'm a learning man. Learned.
What if we all said we'd rather it be that?
I don't like this show. I think we should get to the news. There was too much happening at my expense.
You are the news.
What
darling.
in the tarnation?
Look at that. You proved Carmen right.
Carmen, I tried it. It didn't feel good. So
Lily also said it's what in tarnation.
See?
So
see? It is what in tarnation.
No.
What? Jess tonight, Ashley.
I'm just gonna go back and talk about Natalie. So anyway,
No, okay.
I do want to say something before we get to the news because there's a couple of things that got me. Oh, first of all, shout out to Lakeitha for joining the YouTube chat, so I ain't got to look at two different places. Baby, oh,
right over.
The efficiency is helping so much. She said, never said or heard Sam Hell or Hill, and Tarnation sounds like something in deep red Alabama would say. I'm pretty sure that's where Tarnation comes from.
Absolutely.
Definitely the Deep South. Definitely covering up a different word.
So, before we transition into news, does anyone in the chat remember the show Green Acres with Zsa Zsa Gabor?
Remember it as in you know that it existed, or that you've like seen it?
Like seen it. This is a black and white show.
Put me out of the game.
So that's
Jess has definitely seen it.
That's definitely where I've heard both Tarnation.
What in the Sam Hell? They didn't say hell on the TV in black and white. No, they didn't.
It's in dispute. But Sam Hill, Hell, potato.
Let me go pull up a transcript.
Tarnation, for sure. Green Acres, man.
I'm sure they were Tarnation and all over the nation.
The Andy Griffin show, Tarnation. You're definitely getting a Tarnation in there. Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I am, in fact, too young to know.
Maybe even some Lone Ranger episodes. Definitely a Tarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I bet there was one of those in there, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of age, before we get to the news. No, I'm serious, because I'm currently in, we've talked about multiple things tonight that have made me be like, and I mean before we got on, this is a tricky age to be in, a tricky bracket, because things that you already did in your life are now becoming popular with the young people.
Yeah. And
I remember my mom saying things about like, oh, we used to wear that in the 70s, or we used to do that, you know, and I'd be like, okay, you're 100, get out of my face.
The disrespect.
The disrespect. I mean, it was in my head. I didn't say it on the out loud. But it was like, okay, so somebody wore something once. Like, what's that got to do with today?
Right.
Wow, a lot, actually. You know, I wasn't the brightest kid. We are in this weird spot where it's like things that we did or were cool when we were young are now cool again. And the thing that makes it weird is that people are acting as if it's original and that there aren't people living that did it already.
Aaron, how often do you have to correct customers when they say vinyls?
I'm sorry?
Now that that's come back.
Vinyls? Plural?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have vinyls? Use it in a sentence.
What was the show we just watched? What was the movie we just watched with SZA and Kiki?
Oh, yeah. One of them days.
Right, one of them days.
That was funny.
The dude that got kicked out, who was on the sidewalk with all his stuff.
Yeah.
He said that. He was like, you want to buy some of my vinyls? And I was like, ooh. And I was mad that the S was there, but I was like, that's all. But
also, we be just throwing S's on things.
Literally how they talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vinyls. I feel you on the whole. I was here first time around, so I'm not really about it right now. That's how I felt about Minecraft. Immediately.
Yo!
When the girls fell in love with Minecraft, I'm like, you have to understand. I was playing 8-bit because I didn't have a choice.
No, because that's what the games were.
There are PSs in this house now. I'm not doing this.
You want me to break my brain for these pixels for no other reason? You call that fun?
You want me to buy you Minecraft so you can play this 8-bit on the Xbox? What?
What?
In Tarnation. Well,
that's good.
Carmen's did it now. She said I got to put my hands on my hips when I say it.
Aaron said he's too nice to
correct
anybody, and I believe it. I believe it. Nah. You're just like, yep, vinyls.
Yeah,
that is it.
Yeah, that's sure. I got some brand new vinyls.
I got a shop full of vinyls.
Yeah.
If you want any, come in and grab. No, so it's the one thing that, it's not that the things don't interest me because I did it already. It's just that it's exactly that like I did that.
Right.
And there's this idea that it's original and that when you are super young, you have no real concept of what was before you.
Yeah, none.
You know what I'm saying? And so this is not me coming at young folks. This is me being like, I'm now in that age bracket where I'm looking at things like, no, that was 8th grade for me. Like that, or that was sophomore year. This is wild. This is what y'all do now. Like it's a weird place to be. What happened?
Aaron said, "Show me the money, and I will sell you many vinyls."
I have many vinyls. Do you have many dollars?
Peruse my collection of vinyls.
Yeah. There is just the black urge to add a S.
Yeah.
And I don't exactly know where that comes from, but I definitely do it.
Absolutely.
Not for vinyl, but
no, not for vinyl.
You know?
At all, but yeah. Okay. All right. Actual news. What do you want to start with?
Who cares?
Yikes.
Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. You know? And by that I mean
Natalie done did it to you.
Ready to fight? No. I'm not. But
all right.
I'm very much in the bad space. And the
I'll jump into it. I got it for you. This will give you time. I'll jump into a story. I think this is one of those stories where, as I'm saying it, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. Amazon pilots use of delivery drivers as emergency responders in Europe.
Pass.
Immediately, I'm like,
hard pass.
Amazon has reportedly...
Do not want. I don't want the story. I don't want to know about it.
You want the return envelope and
yes.
packaging?
Yes. Let me take that to Whole Foods real quick.
And drop it back off.
They'll just wrap it, put it in the thing. All right, I'll be quiet.
I was really impressed when you told me how easy it was to return things to Amazon, because that's part of the thing with anything I order. If I need to return it, I'm stuck with it.
You're out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be in a
No,
closet.
they made it very easy. You just can't order from there anymore.
You just spend the next couple of years returning everything that you bought. You guys want this Echo back? I'm going to send this back.
If they had a Nordstrom policy, I definitely would do that. God. I would just take a box of things to Whole Foods and be like, these are all Amazon returns. And then just cross my fingers, I think. But, welcome, Faith. She said she's late. You ain't late. You on time, baby.
You here.
Yeah.
Amazon has reportedly tested a novel program in Europe using its delivery drivers as emergency responders, equipping them with defibrillators to assist heart attack victims. The pilot program, known as Project Pulse, was launched in 2023 in Amsterdam and later expanded to London. Bologna? I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that Bologna? Bologna? According to internal company documents obtained by Bloomberg News, the initiative involved more than 100 Amazon drivers who were trained to use automated external defibrillators and enrolled in local citizen responder networks. These networks alert nearby trained individuals to cardiac emergencies in hopes of delivering rapid aid before professional paramedics arrive. Amazon delivery vans, which frequently operate in residential areas, were seen as potentially faster responders than traditional emergency services.
They're making deliveries. It's not like they're just stationed waiting for a call. What do you mean? They're around. they be around.
They're
so
around,
I guess
so let's put them to work.
So I mean, they might
put them to more work.
They'll probably get there quicker. They're doing deliveries.
Now, I challenge that with, what would you do? What would you say if we use that Amazon services, we add to a list of services 911 response, so we have more Amazon delivery drivers, and less police. If the net is less police, are you rocking with Bezos?
There's nothing that makes me rock with Bezos. Not one thing makes me rock with Bezos. That's not, absolutely not. That also doesn't get rid of police. If they are the first responders, they're doing what the police don't do anyway. So the police wouldn't have been there shocking anybody's heart back. Like, nah, you're not going to sell me that fucking dream.
Jess,
No.
Jess, I think I would have had a better chance if I didn't use the phrase rocking with Bezos. If I'd have phrased it differently, I might have been able to pull that off. A company.
I want you to know that that's not the takeaway from this.
That wasn't it?
That's not it.
That wasn't the deciding factor.
That's not what you should have been. Don't take that part away. Take that out of your pocket.
A company spokesperson confirmed the pilot and said that Amazon is currently evaluating feedback to determine future plans.
From who? Who do they get the feedback from?
The people whose lives they saved. Get it together.
Is it the same thing as if you get a delivery? It's like, tell me how great your so-and-so was, and you can't do less than a fucking 5 stars.
Do a 5-star review on your cardiac.
Yeah. Is that the feedback? Fuck. Come on.
We're exploring additional opportunities for future programs.
Why? Pay your taxes.
Said spokesperson for the company, Annalise Schuster. The company emphasized the primary goal of Project Pulse was to increase cardiac arrest survival rates, regardless of whether the individual was an Amazon customer. So what you're saying is, if I'm paying for Prime, it doesn't matter?
Fuck you. Not you.
If I'm paying for Prime, it doesn't matter about the rapid response I'm getting? I want to be prioritized.
Regardless of whether an individual is an Amazon customer or not, I guess we'll take a peek at your heart.
Listen, that needs to be discussed. What am I paying for if that guy down the road gets the same Project Pulse response as I do?
You get 2-day delivery. you get free overnight. But that ain't got shit to do with your heart, bro.
Free overnight.
That's got nothing to do with the Project Pulse.
Okay. The company also acknowledged the public.
Priority Pulse is insane. I'm sorry.
Yes, Jess. Yes. Trademark. Priority Pulse. Yeah. Give me some tears, bro.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen.
You want tears to healthcare? We already do that.
Am I in the top one?
Ambush? Ambush? Tonight's the night. Okay? Straight to the moon.
Listen,
like, the back. Like, what are you talking about?
You asked if I want tears. I just want to know where I am within that before I answer. It's great. Yeah,
I want you to hear what you're saying.
It's great. Yeah. No. Everyone should be getting equal health care. Rah, rah, rah. Am I out here with Priority Pulse, though? Do I have game at Priority Pulse? Is it included with my Prime membership?
I think that you know for certain that Amazon is not going to include shit in your Prime. They're going to add this Priority Pulse
with commercials.
And within what's the first thing called?
Project
Pulse.
Yeah.
So within Project Pulse, there will be Pulse, and then Pulse Plus, and then Priority Pulse.
Yeah.
And you have to pay for those different tiers.
Pulse Plus sounds like something I'd be willing to pay for.
Oh my God.
Priority Pulse sounds like something I couldn't afford monthly. So I have to pay the annual to save the money monthly.
It's $12.
God damn it. Okay. This is not
we gotta end the show early
not supposed
tonight.
to be that funny. Okay, anyway. Let me finish getting through this. The company also acknowledged the public relations upside of the program.
Do tell.
Amazon delivery drivers have drawn criticism in recent years for their role in traffic congestion and pollution. You gotta be kidding me. Project Pulse offered a chance to reshape that narrative by demonstrating community-focused contributions.
Stop. I'm going to stop you really quickly. I know that you should probably get to finish the story before I do this, but I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Pause it. Amazon delivery drivers came under fire for the congestion and the traffic that they cause is a lie. Amazon, period. Amazon, the company. You do not get to be mad at the drivers for adding to congestion when Amazon is the reason that they're out there.
Right.
It isn't. You're not going to do that.
The quotas are what you get.
Those drivers are already like being paid as contractors. They are already not getting paid enough money to do the thing that they do. This is not a blame the worker situation. And what Amazon, the corporation's idea is let's not take any of the vans off the street, right? What we really need to do is add vans for a different reason. Healthcare. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want a little bit of healthcare on the streets? That's what these bitches are doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please continue. It offers them the chance to reshape their narrative.
Yes.
Yeah.
The experiment is part of a broader push by Amazon into the healthcare sector. The company has ramped up its healthcare offerings, including virtual care and chronic disease management, in an effort to rival Walmart's presence in the industry. Amazon's integration of healthcare services into its retail and cloud platforms, like Amazon Web Services, reflects a strategy to redefine how care is accessed and delivered. Amazon's earlier moves into healthcare include its acquisition of PillPack in 2018, the launch of Amazon Pharmacy, and a partnership with General Catalyst to develop AI-driven healthcare solutions. As the company seeks to leverage its vast logistics network and consumer reach, initiatives like Project Pulse could signal a future where Amazon plays a more direct role in public health emergencies.
Let me ask you this, Ambush. What do you think it would mean if Amazon just paid its fucking taxes? Do you think that maybe we could get ambulances?
You know what?
Do you think maybe they wouldn't need to dabble into healthcare if they just fucking paid their taxes? This is a real Bruce fucking Wayne scenario where you are
First of all, you asked me a question. I want an opportunity to answer it. You just jump on Bruce. Okay, first off, what I wanted to say was, thank you for that question. The answer is, it's very complicated. Boom.
So you didn't answer my question. You paused me to not answer the question?
I work for Amazon now.
Well, we salute you, first responders. Okay,
hey,
thank you for your service, or something like that.
Do you think the drivers would get priority pulse?
The drivers pee in bottles. Do you think they will? Do you think they'll get the health care that Amazon now provides?
No.
Yeah. No. This is big bad. This isn't even a little bit like, oh no, I don't want this. This is big, huge, worst to happen bad. That Amazon, first of all, what the fuck you mean Walmart is deep in the sector? Fuck. Second, no, don't you come following after them being like, I can't wait to also steal all of everybody's everything. This is awful.
Listen, Caesar, I think I'll just get my drugs from CVS and China. But, I mean, who are you going to count on to deliver your drugs? DHL? What are we talking about? Does Amazon do international? They do, right?
I want you to understand. I feel like
I'm missing the point.
Maybe this is what's called a miscommunication.
It's an audition, Jeff. So talk to me. What's the expansion stateside?
I will knock all this shit over. Let me be 100% clear. You just addressed Jeff Bezos on our show? Like.
Listen, it's got to be Tom Soros. Is not. Is
not
it
Tom?
Is it Tom?
Okay.
Is it George? Is it Soros? Is it George?
Yeah, go for Tom.
Jamie, is it George?
It's George Soros.
Soros is not giving us money for this show.
Jeff's not going to give you money for this show either.
We don't know that.
We do.
Haven't properly approached him. He's just getting back from space. You know, they
Should have my girl Gail ask him if he was
Gail,
going to do anything.
hit him with the elbow. News of My Fiance.
Have you heard of it? I got a feeling conflict of interest. He does not want to invest in a show that says that he and his ilk shouldn't exist.
Fair enough. You mentioned conflict of interest.
I want to go back to how bad this is.
Yeah.
We're talking about healthcare.
Yeah.
Let me just say something really quickly. We in this country believe that at some point many of us will need Medicaid, right? We all pay into it. Medicaid is never spoken about in the way that it actually functions. It is effectively a no-interest loan from the government. If you need long-term care,
please know this.
Know this now. You hear words like entitlements or waste, fraud, and abuse going with that Medicaid and Medicare. It is a no-interest loan. They come back to get it back. There's no question. If you have an asset,
you
either have to spend down your assets to be able to qualify, or if you are no longer, your asset is an exemption and then it no longer is, they come in for the bread when the person is dead.
Yep.
Or they're going to make you sell your house or whatever the asset is in order to continue to treat you. That's our actual safety net system. You think adding Jeff Bezos to the equation, Amazon to the equation, is going to better our situation? Pay your fucking taxes, you bitch. We wouldn't be in this situation if all of you guys just paid your taxes. But you want to pretend like you're innovating? That's not innovative. You already have the vans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing anything super new. Like, that is what the tech industry is. Nobody's doing anything fucking new. They're just like, I bet I could do this better. Elon is literally proving right now by chewing on wires and saying you're good at something isn't enough. You're going to get out there on the big stage and you're going to trip over yourself. Like, over and over and over again and fuck it up over and over and over again. This is, and all he's trying to do is be the person who gets the contracts.
That's it.
That's what this is. Yeah. That's what Amazon is doing. Oh, but look at me. Our dispatch, we're quicker.
Right.
We can get those vans out much quicker than pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Stop commodifying healthcare. Stop commodifying everything that is a basic fucking need that every human is going to have at some point. Stop. How about that? How about get your fucking hands off of the things that keep people alive? Like, we are in a real bad way. I'm laughing at this, but this is big bad. Yeah. This is awful. This is not innovation. We are living Black Mirror every single fucking year. I haven't seen the start of the new season yet, but I'm very excited.
Shout out to Faith. She referenced the episode. I guess speaks to this. She said the Common People episode.
There's an actual.
It's probably like season 6.
Like, is it new, Faith, or is it? Oh boy. Michelle is right. Morgan's about to need a defibrillator from hearing this shit.
I mean, imagine. Like what you're saying is 100% on, right? But then also think about the independently owned ambulance companies and first responders. Like, they're just about to get pushed out of the market here by Amazon, which is what they do to everybody.
Which seems maybe bad.
Yeah. All right, I take it back. We don't want your money, Jeff. And I mean it.
I can tell you don't. You put your hand on your face.
I was trying to communicate sincerity.
Faith said, yeah, the new one. Is that what you think that looks like?
We don't want your money, Jeff. We don't need it. Look at us. Killing it. You see this woodwork? Huh? You guys don't even sell this crap.
Well,
not this quality.
No, they can't. Yeah.
Nah, see.
It's built in.
Now, Jeff Soros. I know it's George. I had to that time.
I legitimately don't even know. Like that, this,
Nah,
that.
that's wild. It's
Why
wild.
would we go into any of the other stories? That one is awful. Why would you start with that?
I knew it would get a rise out of you because it's so wild. It really is a Black Mirror episode.
What's the next move, though? They're literally consistently caught stealing like your kids' voices on
Nice.
a one thing, and then you're so and so from the Ring camera,
you gotta
and they're
bring up
giving
old
shit to
stuff.
the fucking police, and they're doing all of this. What are we talking about? Every website you go to is on their server. Like, we don't need the tentacles being everywhere. We just
Right.
really don't. There used to be an understanding of like not wanting monopolistic shit. Like there used to be like, that's bad. You're not supposed to be everywhere.
No. And there used to be a clear understanding around that.
What about the company of Amazon makes you think they care about healthcare or that they care about people living? The actual people that work there are like, hi, we're dying. Hi, we're dying. Hi, we're dying. And they're like, could you please pipe the fuck down?
Please.
No
please.
way. Do you get to be in charge of somebody's life?
They're like, pipe down and get back on schedule. Please. Please.
Nah, I don't know. What? I'm sorry. That's a lot of yelling. But I literally I'm stymied. Is that the right word? Maybe.
Yeah. I was looking to see if there's any. There's nothing like, I don't see anything like officially on their site describing. I was curious to see if they had anything where they're trying to sell it, like
that's gonna be on
marketing around it.
priorityplus.amazon.aws.com. It's not gonna be on Prime homepage.
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah, they don't want you to actually know about that kind of shit until they're close enough to it. So this is bad.
So they've got the contract, the U.S. contract.
Thank you. So that's what I was trying to say. Elon is out here just wanting to tell you how everything is inefficient and all the government is broken, and that we can't do any of these things. But like one of his companies is going to be great at doing that thing. So just give him the contract. This is exactly the fucking same. And when we are sitting with an administration who believes the only people that matter are the ones that are multi-billionaires, and that their opinions and their thoughts from the think tank they went to of I'm the richest person in this room,
therefore the smartest.
Like that, we're cooked if that's the way we're going.
Yeah. I feel like it is, though. I mean, I don't even think you need to put an if. Like, we're watching it happen. We're watching it happen. Joyce said they couldn't even deliver packages to the correct house. I wouldn't trust them with my health or my kids' health.
Fam! They're coming and they just leave and go, didn't find it. Couldn't find it. I was in the neighborhood, but I couldn't find it. But you wouldn't be able to like hit the chat and give them directions?
That is the most infuriating. Jeff, while I have you.
Oh my God. Don't have him. He's not here, but do go on, I suppose.
We don't like that. Okay? We don't like your drivers lying about making delivery attempts and also delivering to other homes, and taking a picture of that porch with my package and then sending it to me. Delivered? Absolutely not. He did not deliver it. Now I got to go around the block quickly enough to hope someone didn't steal whatever it is that I ordered. We don't like it. And we don't want your money.
I feel like we're really not going to like that if you need to get your heart pumped. I mean, shocked. Defibrillated. How do you say that?
Defibrillated.
I'm not drunk, but that definitely sounded like I was.
Oh my gosh.
This is bad. We have more stories, and let's just take. Let me have a moment with the China.
Oh,
tariff.
Definitely, yeah.
Because I'm sure that some of y'all have seen Chinese manufacturers being like, "Hey, you know all that stuff you think is really luxury and super cool, and it was made in Italy or France? Haha, made here." and then they get to ship it there, or we ship it there, and then they get to put a tag on
Yep.
and put their logo, and then that means it's made in Italy. And just so you know, that is what we would call the product of lobbying globally,
For sure.
that would allow you to pretend like another place has nothing to do with your entire product. But in reality, it makes 80% of it.
Right.
85, 90% of it. 95% of it if you're just throwing on a logo, right? Like, I don't even know if a logo makes up 5% of the hardware of the thing.
Right.
So I think you probably may have seen some of those things. That's an interesting piece of information, and it's making people go different ways. Like, they're like, you know, maybe we don't need any of these luxury items, which I think is a good way to go.
Right.
But also what it is just highlighting is we are just consumers. We produce nothing here.
Movie stars. That's it.
We produce nothing here.
Wow.
We consume.
No, absolutely. I agree.
We are just looking to buy things, have them, show them off, tell somebody else we got it, you know, whatever. Trump pretended that, you know, slapping these tariffs on China would make America great again, which in fact, LMAO. As if we were about to bring back like Detroit and Pittsburgh steel jobs overnight. Like we were just going to be like, haha, and actually we manufacture now.
Yeah.
That's not even on the docket, fam. That's not even close to happening. That's not, there's no investment happening in this country to be able to be even close to on par, right? What we really need to understand is China is literally the machine that makes the globe work.
Yeah, real shit.
So here you are trying to be like, I'm better than you, I'm bigger than you, and you're going to have a problem. They are not going to have one problem with the tariffs that you impose on them. They're not going to buy it.
Like, what do you even do? What do you think we do here?
What do you think we do here?
What do you think we do here?
What do you think that we have produced that they must have? I mean, like, sit with it. And I don't mean Trump because he doesn't think. I mean, you who thought, well, the tariffs are not going to be that bad, or whatever it is that you put in your head. He told us that China was going to pay the tariffs, and that's not how tariffs work. And a bunch of people were like, yeah, you're goddamn right they are.
I mean, you would think they kind of would learn the lesson after Mexico didn't pay for the wall.
Well, but they did, didn't they? Didn't they pay for that wall, that expansive wall that apparently Joe Biden just knocked down by himself with his old feeble hands and was like, we don't need this wall? I think that's what happened. In their minds, they're like, yeah, Joe Biden came in, knocked the wall down. That was built and paid for by Mexico. Anyway, he told us that China was going to pay for those tariffs.
Right.
And meanwhile, it's us paying those high. It's his boys on Wall Street that get to do the insider-outsider trading real loud, just like, oh, we don't need these things, and we don't want these things, and as just tank the market and
tank it.
Yeah, now's a good day to buy, is what that hoe said on his social media platform, was that today's a good day to buy. Lock him up.
Mike Johnson said that.
Yes!
In front of the press on camera with microphones in his face.
He said it on purpose. And he meant it.
Right.
And it was a good day to buy.
That shit was crazy.
Anyway, so what really I need folks to understand and come away with from this is that all of the things that you have been told about America by America are not real. And we have to become more skeptical of anything any politician says, but very much the ones that you know don't do anything but lie.
Right.
What this reveals is that they don't even look at us as people. Not that we needed this thing to reveal that, but it does reveal that. Because We're just consumers. We're not citizens. We're consumers. We're people that will spend money on things that we don't need. And as long as we keep doing that, they're fine. China's like, I'll bring it direct to the consumer. How about that? How about that?
China said, what you talking about?
Oh, you ain't talking about nothing? Like, China's like, do you want an Hermes bag? Here.
We got them.
We have those, plenties.
We got you.
What they really just like completely made me understand, there is no knockoff.
Right.
Because even the real is a knockoff.
Right.
The real one is telling you that it's one thing and it's another. And within all of that classism of this bag's actually made in Italy is a whole lot of racism, because we want to act like China isn't going to give you the luxury, the craftsmanship, the artisanship that somewhere else would,
right,
when they literally make everything for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what else would you call that? Every single American company has that is a large corporation. Absolutely. No, okay, maybe not every. The majority of American corporations are relying on cheap labor in order to make profits that are astronomical. They are not relying on cheap labor so that we have a cheap product that we can afford. They are doing it so that their profit margin continues to be huge. Could they, in fact, produce an iPhone in America? Yes. Would it be $1,000 put over on your bill however long it takes to? No. No, it'd be $2,500. And guess what? And the people that are making that still aren't getting paid the wage that they should.
Yeah. Because even if you're talking about bringing all these factories and labor back home, all the manufacturing materials are still coming from overseas.
Yeah.
All the elements.
But the labor that it takes to do, they're not going to be like, you do deserve $50 an hour for the thing that you're doing.
Hell no.
Like, part of all of this and crashing the market and crashing the labor market is to make it so that our labor is cheap, dirt cheap again. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. We cannot fall victim to this we can't just be here and just watch it happen.
Nah, man.
I do not in the moment have the actual answer, but what I know is that we cannot continue to just be the consumers that they look at us as. And we cannot believe the things coming out of these people's mouths. Not that, most of the people watching this show believe the Trump administration, but understanding what this entire thing has revealed. Mm-hmm. It isn't just that the markup is crazy. It's that the exploitation is continued. It's global. And the wild thing is that particular country has made the kind of advancements in production and manufacturing that nowhere else can keep up with, right? And they have made a lot of money and they have reinvested it into their country and the people that live there. And I know that there is no such thing as the best government or anything like that. But would it be a little bit different if we had universal health care? Would it be a little bit less shitty for you? If you didn't have to worry about what it meant to take an ambulance?
I could imagine that.
Would it be a little bit less shitty for you if you didn't have to worry about the Amazon bill that comes with your defibrillator needs? Mm-hmm. And what do you mean that there's going to be a delivery driver that now is a trained EMT but don't get paid as a trained EMT? They get paid as an Amazon delivery driver?
No, we gotta
wait for the real guys to show up.
We gotta pass the savings on somehow.
Hey, thanks for listening to News with My Fiance. This has been a great one.
Before
This
any
is
of
good.
that, I know you're anxious to get out of here.
Yeah.
Because I'm driving you wild. That's how I got her in the first place, guys. Uh, I want to bring you guys' attention.
Oh my God, John said we remake Karate Kid. That's what we do.
That's what we do. That's our contribution.
And we make Back to the Future the musical. And the car don't work.
Oh.
Sorry.
Maybe you've heard of a little record shop in Beaverton called 503 Records. Maybe you haven't. You have now because I just mentioned it.
It's true.
Amazing record store. Aaron is in the chat. Thank you, sir. Very well curated experience in that shop.
Yeah.
Recent addition to that shop. Oh, Infamous Items. And you're like, Infamous Items. It sounds familiar. Where do I know that from? Bam! This lady. COO, CFO, and executive producer.
Natalie Nunn.
Executive of Infamous Items. No, here we are. So for Record Store Day, which was Saturday,
yes,
MJ and Aaron been talking. They was talking leading up to it. Boom, was able to give the customers there a which was these limited edition. This is a new. What do we call this series here?
I would call available at 503 Records at the moment. Yeah, I have not put them on the website. I've not put them anywhere else. They are only there.
Nice.
Did a Kendrick, Doechii, SZA, Mac Miller, and Tyler the Creator.
Yes, these are candles, guys. Similar to what we have back here. See your 3 stacks. Wham.
Wham.
Wham. Jess, give me Morgan's camera. Wham. Oh, that looks like. I hope it looks cool.
Same.
Oh, it's not going to look cool because of the focus. Okay. Just confirmed. I put it
it looks real bad.
Okay.
Oh boy. maybe though. Maybe no live ads. You know, that looks.
All right, we'll work on it. But exclusive candles over 503 Records for a limited time. You know, while supplies last. That old chestnut.
Yeah.
It's just one of those nights, huh? And yeah, so definitely check them out. They look amazing.
Thanks.
I don't even know how many is left, but they look amazing. You can get those exclusive.
I'll throw them in the.
No, Aaron, and a Trump. There's no Trump candle.
Not and a Trump.
God,
okay, I feel like
Aaron.
Forgetting that we're in coots, me and you.
Right.
Amber, I have to close my laptop. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Do the whole close on your own.
Thank you for the link, Jess. Link to 503 Records right there in the chat. Yeah, amazing show. Thank you guys so much. That was another episode of News of My Fiance. Monday Night Raw live, in person, live Raw, in the books. I think the power dropped out of that camera. Yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you for spending quality time with us. This episode was made possible by our in-studio crew, Jess, and our remote crew, Kyle G, Residual Audio, Ross, and Michelle. Shout out to our sponsors, L&J Industries, for providing us with this dope space each and every week. And, of course, big thanks to you all for listening and staying engaged with us. You want to keep up with us, follow us on IG at News of My Fiance. Follow me at ScanVZ. Follow this lady over here at Portland Morgan. And become a member over at Patreon at patreon.com/News of My Fiance. Some really good stuff in the store. You can go to newsofmyfiance.com. Store is up. Definitely check that out. What happened? Oh.
Just trying to come back in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
the show.
Shout out to our patrons. Casey,
C's,
Cher Bear,
Ella,
Jay, Katie, Kyle, Michelle,
clearly didn't want
Olivia, P-Town, Ross, and our growing stable of free 99 fiancés. Thank you all for your support and encouragement and staying engaged with us. But you know what it is. Don't let the individuals distract you from the systems. Poverty is a policy choice. People over profits. Power to the people. None of us are free until we are all free. No war but class war. Go hard on systems and not people. And we will catch you Thursday morning at 7:30 on X-Ray FM.
Bye.
Deuces.